Hello and welcome to Interactive Distractions. My name is Chris Fricio, and I'm here with Jason A. Striker.
Hello, Chris. Hello, Jeff. I'm Jason.
And Jeff Chorney.
What up, everyone?
Today we've got distractions for you and a bit of news. I think all of us played at least a little bit of the newest game that came out that we heard me. That's a pretty big news. But we gotta, before we get into all that, we gotta find out what's going on. Jeff, how are you, man? How are things?
Good. Not much is going on.
I hope you're doing well.
I am doing well. I have all of next week off. I had vacation to use.
Nice.
And the other person who does my job as well, she is taking a month off straight.
Oh, wow.
To go to China in
Nice.
a couple weeks. So I'm like, I need to at least use a week before she leaves because
you're going to be busy.
Mentally prepare for that. So yeah, I'm going to get a lot of gaming done. I got a lot of other shit to do too, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So
good stuff. That's pretty common where I work too, is that people will take an extended amount of time off and go to, we have a lot of people from India that work with us, a lot of people from China. So yeah, and a lot of them will go home for the holidays and things like that. So
yeah,
pretty common. Yep.
It's pretty crazy. So, and then the baseball playoffs are in full swing right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Playing, so we watched them kick the shit out of the Yankees in game one.
Yay! Nice. I hate the Yankees.
Yeah,
and traditionally, like game one winners, like win that.
I hope so.
Yeah. Let's
cross our fingers for that. Yeah.
Yep. we need some good. We need some good stuff happening in the Toronto. So yeah. Other than that, that's basically it. Tomorrow we're going to a friend's place to because it's weirdly going to be like 30 degrees tomorrow in October. I think that's like 88 or something like that, or like 90 or stuff, which is way weird for October. So having people over for the pool and barbecue, and he's got a big outdoor setup with like a big TV and shit. So he'll have the Jays game on tomorrow too. So that'll be fun. That's basically it, though.
Cool, man.
Good stuff. Jason, how about you?
Yeah, spiders, man. Spiders are what's up. Yes, it is spooky season.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to get our Halloween decorations out from the garage downstairs. I have trouble getting up and down the stairs. So like it's like if we get everything upstairs, I'm fine, right? But Lisa has to brave the spider nest down in the garage, and she is afraid of spiders. So we're actually going to have some friends come over and help us with the spider infestation, like move some of the boxes around, get some stuff in like plastic tubs and shit like that, and then just like haul stuff upstairs. So
yeah, I wouldn't be doing that. If you called me to do that shit, I'd be like, no.
Sorry, our friendship has a limit, and this is it.
I'd be like, Jason, I'm actually going to buy a PC today. I can't help you do that.
I'm like, I'll buy you a GPU. Please help.
I'll sign up for that. Like the 5,000s are out now. No, not at all. Spiders don't bother me. Not very much anyway.
Yeah, Lisa said that there's probably like hundreds or something like that. She may have been over exaggerating, but
2
even
is enough.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
We had what are they? Are they wolf spiders?
Oh God, I hope not.
No, maybe it's not.
We have these like they're like fake black widows. They're like brown widows or something like that. I think they're called. Let's see.
Not brown recluses, are they? Those
are the worst.
Okay.
Yeah, we have brown widows that I think are not
venomous.
Like, yeah. Let's see. Brown widow spiders. Let's see. Oh, yes, they are. They are venomous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But are much less severe than those of a black widow. Okay. Well, that's not super helpful.
I think it is. I think it is wolf spider. Wolf spiders are not dangerous, right? I think.
I thought they were like super aggressive.
Wolf spiders aren't dangerous.
Yeah, wolf spiders are
just creepy.
They're just big. They're rather large. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Wolf spiders are members of the family. Name of the robust. Mostly solitude, hunt alone, and usually do not spin webs. Okay, so it's not a wolf spider then.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was. It's a pretty common house spider. Like we've seen it around on the outside of the house. We don't ever see them inside the house, but there was one that was out in the front porch, like in the corner. And, our view is we're just going to leave you alone because you're doing us a favor by getting rid of mosquitoes, right?
Mhm.
That's a great thing. So please do that. Well, that spider had babies, and there were dozens of them. And it got to the point where when I opened the door to go out the front door in the mornings, I had to like remove web before I could walk through it. So I was like, okay, now it's a little bit out of hand. It's getting pretty close to like infestation level. So I called up the exterminator and they came out and took care of it. And that's like a free service for them. So it's not that big of a deal. But I've never been that big, that much of an issue with spiders, but there's a few spiders around that I'm like, I'm not going near that one because I don't know what it is. So
yep. I remember one time back at the old place that Lisa and I used to have, that townhouse. I'd go out back to smoke or whatever, like on the porch. And I remember opening up the door one time and there was this big spider web just directly in front of me, but I could see the fucking spider and it was probably about 3 inches big. But I'm like, it was at eye level and I made eye contact with it and I just slowly backed away. And I'm like, how bad do I need this cigarette?
Yeah.
That'll get you to quit smoking quick.
Yeah. I'll never forget that.
The one that I've got nearby that I don't mess with because I don't know what it is, it spun a web that went diagonal across kind of like the top of the door that goes out into the backyard from the basement.
Mm-hmm.
That's the door I let the dogs out. So every time I opened that door, I'd see it and it'd just be sitting there like hanging halfway in the house, just crawling around on its web. And I'm like,
doing its thing, man.
And that's the thing. It's like, I don't know what kind of spider it is, so I don't want to fuck around with that. So
yeah,
but it's gone now. It moved. I think it actually moved upstairs to a different door because that door doesn't have any activity.
Right.
I think he just got tired of me opening it so much.
So yeah, we went to the dollar store and we got some Halloween decorations that we're going to put up probably in place of the stuff downstairs. We're not sure if we're going to get everything up there. So, yeah, we're afraid of spiders around here. Big time.
That's all right.
Otherwise, yeah, things are okay.
Did you see that? Like, he popped his head out, like straight up, like his eyes, like over the thing, like this, like that was great.
Yeah, she's, hey, I see you're comfortable now.
Yep.
Okay, as you were.
Anyway,
keep moving.
Chris, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. Not much to report on this week. I don't know if I have anything to report on this week. Last week off, which we talked about already. I had yesterday and today. I'm sorry, Thursday and Friday off. Saturday to play Yotei. So we're going to talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, not really anything going on. Going into the worst part of the year from a work perspective for me, anyway. But yeah, let's talk about some games.
Sure.
Tell me about this Yotei. This Yotei.
This game that I have been unable to put down,
game, right?
And
Assassin's Creed one.
The game that I haven't been able to put down, and I put 24 hours in the past 3 days. Yes,
damn.
That's where it is on this scale. And it's funny you mentioned that, Jeff, because one of the things that I was concerned about was why Shadows didn't really pull me in. Right. I think it did for a little while, and I put about 20 hours in and I felt like I was done. Right. I felt good about it. And I was like, why, am I going to feel this way about Ghost of Yotei as well? Like, am I going to have the same problem? And I don't at all. And I think I know why, because, and it's something that both of you have talked about in the past. It's how overwhelming the amount of stuff is. In Yotei, they don't show you any of the stuff. Like, you have to actually sign up to do it, right?
Yeah.
So you can, like, they have cartographers that you can go out and get stuff for the map. And then, like, I'm not going to go into all that right now. I want to come back to it in a little bit, but they spoon feed you things, right? There's a lot to do. There's a ton of stuff to do, but it's all like spoon fed to you, and it's easier to digest, and it's easier to
manage. Yeah,
it's easier to manage and stay focused on what you want to do.
It doesn't have that Ubisoft like icon vomit all over the maps.
Or Horizon is really bad about it too.
Oh,
Horizon
yeah, you know
definitely
my
has.
thoughts on Horizon. Yeah, that's basically an Ubisoft game that Sony published, pretty much.
that's yeah, you're not wrong. But yeah, for this one, like the way they do all that stuff, it just works. And like you can pick up like these little like they've got like the bamboo slicing, and they've got like the hot springs and all this other stuff, and you can just randomly find those while going to your next destination.
Totally.
And it's not, it doesn't feel like you have to go halfway across the map to get things done.
Yeah.
And
the first one did that too, though, right?
Yeah, it did, but it was one of those things where it's like, after playing Shadows, I had that thought, and then going and then going to Yotei, I was like, what is it about the Ghost games that does it, or what is it about Tsushima, for instance, that didn't feel this way? And now that I'm playing Yotei, I remember
you're like, oh, okay,
it's going somewhere and seeing that little fucking yellow bird and saying, okay, I'm gonna follow the bird, and it's attractive. Like they give you these things that are you want to know where it is, or what it is that you're going to do, or what it is the bird is going to point out. So that was kind of a tangent from the from the very start, but this game feels very much like Tsushima, more of Tsushima, and I don't think that's a bad thing at all.
No.
I don't know how much you guys have played it. I just
quite a bit.
Okay, good. Yep. I just beat I said 24 hours. It's probably more like 20 because I tend to leave the game on.
Yeah.
So I tend to do that quite a bit. It's probably more like 18 to 20. But I just
That's probably where I'm at. Yeah.
I just beat the second of the Yotei 6.
I'm like right about there. Like I have the opportunity to go and do that. But I've been like just wrapping stuff up.
It's a great. Well, which one are you going after first? Are you going after the Oni?
The Kitsune.
The Kitsune? Okay. Yep. I went after the Oni first. And that's another thing. It's like, you don't have to go in any particular direction.
Mm-hmm.
I went after the Oni first, and the Oni has a great like storyline sequence of how that all plays out. And I'm really, really happy about the way the story is moving so far. I am not happy about the overall arcing like theme. I feel like revenge is played out.
That seems very similar to Shadows, like very similar, from what I gather.
Okay, from
Assassin's Creed Shadows.
I mean, it is a classic revenge story. It's like a Japanese Western.
I mean, like even down to like the 6 people you have to assassinate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it's your female antagonist whose family was murdered by like it's almost the same, which is nothing wrong.
Stop me if you've heard it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the combat is fantastic. I haven't gotten. I'm trying to think. Was the spear in the first one? I can't remember.
First one. So. The first one had all the stances that you changed.
Oh, that's right. You changed the stances. Now instead of the stances, they've got the weapons. You're right.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of fun with the dual katanas. That's great.
Those are great. Yeah.
That feels great. The spear is great. That you get when you go to the Oni. I'm assuming with the Kitsune, you get the what are they called?
The kamas, I think. I forget. That or the Odachi. I forget which one I'm going for. I think it was the kamas though.
Yeah, when you're looking at the
sickles.
The sickles, yeah. So I figured that's what you're going to get when you go towards the Kitsune. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. They've got there's plenty of, you open up the skill tree and there's so many skills, but it feels like they give you so many opportunities to get skill points as well. I don't know, Jason, if you felt that.
I'm kind of struggling with that because I'm only getting skill points. It's coming slowly. Those are coming slowly. Everything else is coming at a good pace, but skill points I'm still kind of struggling with. Just take out bases or reach specific like story points in order to get like skill points. And then some other points like the wolf points. You have to do like the wolf's den in order to get skill points for that. But
I like that too, the wolf den stuff.
But yeah, I'm definitely at a point where I'm like, I wish I was a little further along as far as that was concerned. That part's been a little frustrating, but everything else I feel good about as far as like skills and abilities wise.
What songs have you gotten so far?
I've gotten 2 songs so far. So the original, of course, and then one from what was seemingly just like a bounty, right? So on the
Okay.
bounty board, there's you're a mercenary essentially. So you pick up these bounties, and these guys are like kind of randomly generated names. It seems like he's got one's like the bear face or some shit like that. But this other one was like a poet or he plays an instrument. So you go to where his location is, and it's met with like a locked door or something, right? And you can hear him playing on the other side, his flute. So you pull out your guitar and you play some music, and he'll open the door. So once you beat him, you get his song essentially. Oh no, I've got a third one, I think.
The reason
What
I
do the
ask is
songs do?
because
Yeah.
it depends on the
I've got the
song.
wolf song. That's right.
Oh, nice. There's a wolf song? Very
Yep.
cool. Okay, so there are songs that will lead you to the closest optional
Yeah.
point. So I have the Song of Spirit, which when you play it, it will lead you to the bamboo chop.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I like that. That's cool.
And then I have the what's the other
See-
one I've got? I don't remember what the other one is called, but I think it leads you to hot springs, so you can get your
Okay.
health.
I
Yeah,
didn't
so
get those yet. The
yeah,
wolf
so
one, yeah, it leads you to
wolf
dens, of
dens?
course. Yep.
Excellent, excellent. Because when you go to a wolf den, Jeff, I don't know how far in you're at, but
I am not far at all.
when you go
I'm
to a wolf den, the wolf actually leads you to a mission, essentially. And if you complete the mission, you get a skill point for your wolf skills. And
Mhm.
it allows you to change the way the wolf fights with you and change the way you can summon it. And how much have you put into that, Jason?
Probably about 6 points at least.
Wow, nice. So one of the coolest things that I like is, when you do the standoff and you have to hold triangle.
Oh yes.
It's so good. Every once in a while, the wolf will jump in and stand off with you and take out an enemy with you.
So
It's so
you're
cool.
each like facing an
Yeah,
enemy or something like that, and
back.
you've got the button held down. You're just waiting for them to react, and then you let go, and then both you and your wolf jump forward and slice the
That's
shit out.
awesome.
Oh, it's great.
It's
I like
really, really great.
that mechanic that you're talking about the songs, because that's
Yeah,
part of the
it's a
reason. Like when you have
big
all
help.
the icons there, it's just like a checkbox, and that's when the overwhelming feeling comes in. Because I'm like, I want to do these things gradually, and I like the idea of just being like, you know what, I haven't done one of these in a while. Let's throw one of these song things on and be like, okay, I'm gonna go and do one, and I don't have to like go to the map
Yeah.
and be like, oh, now there's like 4 things on the way there that I'm gonna have to go check out now because
Well,
more
there's
of that.
definitely that. Sometimes we'll
Mhm.
get a bounty,
Yeah.
and it's a certain amount of distance away, and it seems
Mhm.
like it's pretty far away. But I'll come across 2 or 3 other things that I'm like, shit, that's an inn that I've got
Are
to go
they on
check
the
out.
map though? Like as in
They're
like
not
on
on.
the
Yeah,
No, they're
they're
not
not
on
on
the
the
map.
map. They show up when you get there.
Yeah.
yeah, that's okay. I don't mind
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
And
fine.
there's also a cartographer, so you can actually say, if I want to open up some of these things, you can go to the cartographer and he'll show you like this is a piece of the map and this is the piece of the map, and you have to kind of take his map and match it up to where it lands on your big
Mhm.
map.
Has like an
Okay, yeah.
overlay thing.
Yeah, and
Gotcha.
that's how I ended up getting a lot of the skill points that I've got. Is that he often gave me sections of the map that led me to those shrines.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm having trouble with those because a lot of my map is obscured by fog, so it's hard for me to line up those maps that give you those skill points to my map. So
the good thing is,
I'm sitting on like 10 of those right now.
well, here's the thing though, Jason. The thing is, if you're trying to line them up and you can't, and you don't figure out where it goes, it'll
Mhm.
start highlighting. It'll start pulsing where it goes.
Really?
Yeah. So
Okay, I missed that.
if you have it up too long, it'll start pulsing like the area that it's supposed to go in.
Shit.
So it doesn't like penalize you for not being able to figure out where the puzzle piece goes.
Oh my god. Okay.
So
all right.
yeah,
That's
so go back
all
and
I'm
check it
doing.
out.
From Chris.
Yep.
But yeah, combat feels great. Like you can tell they put a lot of effort into how the combat works for each individual weapon because they feel completely different. Like having one sword and then the dual swords is very, very different. And then the spear feels great. Like there's I every time I see someone come at me with the sickles, I'm like, yeah, bring out the spear, let's go.
Yep.
It's really, really satisfying. So I'm looking forward to getting the other weapons as well.
Yeah, it's been seamless. So like switching between, and when you switch weapons, it'll actually slow down, so you can actually use it kind of mid combo essentially. So you have like 3 hits, then you hold down R2, and then hit one of the face buttons, then it switches to your I forgot what other weapon I have. Oh, the dual katanas or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like a rock paper scissors thing. Some weapons are good against others, and vice versa. So when you're surrounded by enemies, and they've all got different weapons, it's actually kind of fun because it's like, okay, I'm waiting for this enemy to come towards me. I can stop, slow down time, switch to that weapon, and then just go nuts.
But the enemies will switch weapons on you too.
Sure,
So you have to be careful of
some
that.
of the bigger ones
Some of the bigger
will do that.
enemies. Do you have the black guard yet, Jason?
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh man.
Oh wait, is that the mist that you, or the sand or whatever?
No. No.
Okay.
Like what's his name? The big boss. I can't remember his name right now. But he has a black guard that he eventually sends after you, and they are a pain in the ass.
Oh no. Okay.
So, but yeah, overall, like this game has I am completely hooked. They whatever they're doing differently, it's the right thing. I can't even really point out what it is, but it feels great. The combat is
definitely
fun.
hitting for me. Yeah.
And Jeff, I'm really looking forward to when you get to start playing.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
pretty
gonna
fun.
try to get close to the end of Trails before I really jump in. I did pop it in just to try it because I wanted to be like, okay, I just want to get like the
You said you did the prologue,
basics.
right?
I did basically. I don't even know the whole prologue. I did the first fight with the snake, basically.
Okay.
And the only things I can really say are, it feels good to play. The combat seems awesome, and it's very, very pretty.
Damn,
it is pretty. Very pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Jason, did you switch it to performance right away, or did you play it a little first?
I'm doing ray tracing.
Are you doing ray tracing? Okay.
Mine is stuck to performance. I think it defaults to whatever your like system default is or whatever. Don't they do that? PlayStation?
I don't know.
Like if you've got if you typically choose like performance in some of your games, that setting gets saved to like your profile.
Okay,
and
so
it'll automatically choose that. Yeah, when you play a game. So yeah, mine was already set to performance.
Okay. Because mine was set to resolution.
Fidelity is the default one.
Yeah. And I haven't changed it because I haven't felt like it was.
Try ray tracing, man. It's the same frame rate, but it's just adds ray tracing. The resolution goes down a bit, I guess, but
I think they do like I think that fidelity is native 4K, and then ray tracing is like that dynamic 4K thing that they do.
It is, yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah. I want to try performance. I did want to try performance before actually jumping on here. I'll try that maybe tomorrow morning because I just want to see the difference in visuals because. I don't care. Like, if it was just fidelity and performance, I'd probably do performance. So if I don't notice a difference between ray tracing and the performance much, I'll just switch it to performance when I play. But I thought it felt great. Like the ray tracing one, like it was a solid 30. I didn't it wasn't making my eyes bleed or anything.
Right.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it didn't even register that it wasn't 60. Like it wasn't. Like I know what 60 frames looks like to me, and it didn't immediately say this frame rate is bad, right? It didn't say this was a bad frame rate. It was fine. It was fine, right? Yeah. So
I definitely noticed because the cutscenes are all in 30 frames per second.
Okay.
So yeah, when it switches back and forth, I can definitely tell.
Yeah, I guess if it's 30 consistently, you won't really notice it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we give a shout out though, because Sucker Punch did this on like a $60 million budget, and within 4 years?
Really? It was.
When did Tsushima come out? 2019.
It was PS4, so it was definitely. I think it was 2018, 2019. Let's see.
2018. I want to say it was 2019 because 18 was God of War and Spider-Man. I don't think Tsushima came out the same year as those two.
Oh no! Initial release date it was 2020.
2020. So they put out a sequel under at a good budget in a reasonable amount of time in this economy, and it seems very, very quality.
And they even had the big multiplayer mode.
Yes,
from
that's coming
Tsushima.
too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they added that after. Yeah, and it's coming to this as well. And that's another reason. Dude, this engine, like I don't know what they're using, what their engine is called, the proprietary one, but I have a feeling they're not like this was built obviously for PS5, and I think they took that engine they already had and they just put more bells and whistles in it, but they didn't push it so crazy. And I don't think we need games much prettier than this.
And that's the
Like,
thing. It's like I look at the two games that I just recently played, Death Stranding and Ghost of Tsushima,
yeah,
are two of the best looking games I've ever played. And
yeah,
they're on, I'm on a regular
base PS5.
PS5.
Yeah,
It's like
Sam.
I don't really feel like I need much more than that at this point.
No.
It's like what all the anything additional is more about frames
Yeah,
at that
I was
point.
just gonna say, I want the next generation to run this exact type of like fidelity at 60 frames. I don't need to have it to be like, now we're gonna push fucking real, what's that, path tracing and all that kind of stuff, and be like, well, now we're gonna be back to 30 frame stuff after 4 years into a generation. Like, I
Yeah.
would just what we're at now is fine. Just up the CPU and then go from there. Like
Yeah, they're
the
gonna
RAM.
they're gonna keep pushing further and
I know
further,
they will.
trying to
Yeah, I
make
know.
it real, right? They
It's
want it to be as real as possible.
yeah.
Um,
It's the way
but
it
yeah,
always is.
I've been super happy with this game. I'll tell you who I'm not happy with. Best
Hmm.
Buy.
Why?
I
Oh, did
am
they fuck up your pre-order again?
I am never I am no, they fucked up Cracker Jack's pre-order.
Oh
Oh,
no,
So
really? That's
I
even worse.
am never pre-ordering and shipping.
From
Actually, I'm never pre-ordering from Best Buy again. It's just not worth it. And like it seems like the only way I can pre-order and get what I want is if it's a big title that I know they're gonna get, and I go pick it up. Because like my copy, I went and picked up. Cracker Jacks I had shipped, and it's stuck in shipping right now. He doesn't even
oh
have it
my
yet.
oh,
god.
So I'm really, really pissed
And we
off
did
about
that
that.
on purpose a
We
week
did it on purpose
early.
a week early
So
so I
he
could ship it
yeah.
to him. Yeah, I'm extremely frustrated about that whole situation. So, yeah, I'm just not pre-ordering games from. I'm not pre-order and shipping games
Mhm.
from Best Buy anymore. It's just not worth it. Like
That
they're using
sucks, man.
FedEx, and FedEx sucks. Like I tried to call FedEx,
yeah.
and like you ask for a representative, and it's like, oh yeah, we'll get you a representative. What is it that give us the tracking number, and you give them the tracking number, and then they say, this is the information we have, and that's it. And
Yep.
then they never let you do anything else. Like you can't actually talk to anybody. It's
No.
like I'd like to know why it's been delayed for 3 days, right?
Yeah.
So it's really fucking annoying. Anyway, tangent. Sorry,
Huh.
I needed
As
to
far as
vent a little bit about that.
as far as pre-ordering though, like what are your other options? Like Amazon? Like
Amazon,
Yeah.
for so I I was a little bit stupid with Yotei. So I did pre-order from Best Buy for pickup. And then I got tempted into the collector's edition. So I got that from PlayStation Store. So I
Yeah.
have both. I have the physical and I have the digital. And
Okay.
on Thursday I was kind of happy with that because Sony and their, brilliance says, "Oh, the collector's edition is going to come with a digital game and it's going to be the code and it's going to come in the box." Because that
Yeah.
makes sense.
yeah.
So
Oh.
and then I got like the email that said, "Oh yeah, I took off on Thursday to play Yotei, and yeah, your shipment's going to be there between 3 and 5 o'clock." I'm like, "Go fuck yourself."
Dude, the amount of times I've got that and then bought the game digitally and took
Yeah,
back the physical one.
yeah.
I did
It
that with
was
Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I ended up going to Best Buy. I picked it up at 10 a.m., came back, installed it. Still took an hour to install. Started at 11 o'clock Thursday, and I've been just
Damn.
it's
Yeah, I'm
great.
looking forward to it, man. I think I'm gonna get like it's a good time for me to because Tsushima, I just bad timing with it. That's it. And nothing against the game at all. I liked it.
Yeah, it was
Just bad
fantastic. I
timing.
played it through in its entirety twice.
Hmm.
And I'm getting a lot of that same excitement out of this one. And again, like it goes back to the way they introduce you to things, the
Hmm.
way and it's all about that fucking yellow bird. It's like I'll have a destination and I'm just going towards the destination, and here's the yellow bird. It's like, and switch gears and trying to find out what that yellow bird's leading me to.
Hmm.
But it makes it's so like I would just saying it out loud, it sounds like it would be intrusive, but it's not. Like I don't know why it's not intrusive, because I already know where I'm going. he's showing me something that's probably not on my map. Now I have had the
It's
bird.
probably not far away either. And that's the
Exactly.
thing. It's yeah.
Yeah, it's close by. It's only going to take a couple minutes, and you're going to get something good out of it. You're going to
Mhm.
get either the bamboo slicing, which gets you
The
spirit,
spring. Yep.
or a spring, which gets you, it gets you
Health.
and flash of her butt. I actually
That's why Chris
forgot
likes
all
it so
about
much.
that. No, I forgot all about
Schooner.
that because it did that in Tsushima too, but I didn't think much of it. And then when it's this, it's a female, and it's like, oh, that's weird. I didn't even think about that. So, but
I'm so upset because when I was playing Tsushima again, I can't remember if it was last year. I would always I took a bunch of screenshots when I was playing it because that game also, especially on PS5 with the update, is really really good looking. And I
It
would
is.
always include a picture in my screenshots of his butt in the the thing, but there'd be like different pictures, and not a single person caught on to that, and I was like, "Oh man, I thought this is fucking brilliant!" Like I put like different groups up on like different times of day, and there's always one of his butt in it.
Or they just didn't want to,
Just
yuck your
comment
yum,
on
and
it.
just like, okay, if that's what Jeff's into,
yeah, I guess that's what he's into.
good for him. I'm glad he's got it.
I'm glad he's
that
finally doing
Cellerblade
what makes him
dude
happy.
mod.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far so good, man. I'm really looking forward to it. It is typical revenge story, but I am enjoying.
Oh man,
the
there's
story
nothing wrong
that
with the
they're telling.
story. I mean, it's
Yeah, I am enjoying the story they're
yeah.
telling.
Yeah.
It's really good, and you get a bit of a surprise within the Oni area from a story perspective.
Cool.
So
I'm looking forward to more story, because I've been.
Yeah.
Does Kratos show up?
Yeah, shit. God damn it.
Jeff,
you get his knives and shit. Oh, it's great.
Blades of Chaos.
Yep.
Just like easy mode.
I hope this stays as fresh this time around, because with Tsushima, I never finished it because I got to that second island and like I'm just like, okay, it's just going to be more of that, like times 2 now, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I would bounce off. So hopefully,
the second island is smaller, if I remember correctly, in Tsushima.
True.
So it's a little easier to handle, but
yeah I can see that. But it literally was like all the same mechanics and types of
that's what got
things
me
to collect and so we'll see. Hopefully it stays fresh. I really hope so, because I'm really enjoying it so far.
Yeah,
very cool.
Good stuff. The one thing I will say, though, that I didn't mention about the songs, be careful with the songs because they can be dangerous. I played one of the, I had, when you do the bamboo cutting, right? The first one is you get a spirit right away, and then you have to do 2 of them to get a spirit, and then you have to do 3 of them to get a spirit, right? I had two already, and I was about to go and face the Oni. So I was like, I'm going to just do the bamboo song and see if I can get one. Mm-hmm. And the wind gave me a direction. I started following the wind. Before I knew it, I was in the Kitsune area. Like I was in the Oni area, and you went down to the first area, and then I went up to the Kitsune area before I actually found it. So it will bring you to the closest one, regardless how far away it is. So just be careful with that shit, because if it starts pushing you towards the area that moves you from one section to the next, you might want to stop.
Yeah.
And really decide if that's what you want to do. So apparently I don't have any more bamboo cuts to do in the first 2 areas, or in Oni and then the first area. So, but yeah, it's fucking great. And
it's a good reminder the DualSense actually does stuff too. Like the beginning where you got to write their names with your finger on the touchpad. Like outside of Astrobot, I can't think of another game that's used any of those features in a while.
The one thing that I will say is it uses the tilt controls, and I hate it.
Tilt, yeah.
So
what's it for?
What's great about it though? Like you can skip all of that shit, like the cooking and stuff, and the blacksmith stuff. There's a little prompt in the lower right hand corner. It just says skip.
Oh,
and you can just skip it. Yeah, because I did not like that.
Well, the blacksmith stuff, you can change it to just be the controller.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have to like light fires and cook.
Yep.
And like it basically you're well, it's not motion, but you're kind of flicking to do the flint to get sparks on the kindling, and then when you use the tilt controls on the controller to cook whatever you're cooking over the fire.
Oh, I see what you
And
mean.
that's not great. So I
Yeah.
didn't know you could skip it. I'll have to look for that.
Is it
Totally
just
skip
not
it.
good, not responsive, or it just takes too long?
It's just not something I enjoy. Like,
Yep.
I feel like it takes me
Gotcha.
out of what I'm doing.
Yeah, I hear you.
Especially, I think the biggest part about it is that when you see what's happening on the screen, it's like subtle movements. But I feel like I'm doing this with the controller, right?
You're
So I'm
doing-
sitting in front of my TV, like doing
Yeah.
this shit, and it's just moving this much.
You're
like
doing
this
like
on the
watching
screen.
your aunt play like Mario Kart back in the day with like, yeah.
Yep.
But
Hey, what do you think of
yeah.
the gambling game?
I am okay with that. I'm
Yeah.
okay with that. It's very simple. Doesn't take a lot of time. But make sure you get it done on the first try.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're gonna lose. There's a gambling game where a bunch of coins on a table, and you have to basically flick what you remember. Like, well, it's not really like paper football, but you have to flick one coin and make it hit another.
Okay,
Yeah, shuffleboard
but
kind of thing, or curling.
yeah, but it can only hit one coin, right? There can only be one impact, and the coin must stay on the table after it's hit. And then once you hit that coin, the one you flicked gets removed, and then you flick the next one. And you get to keep going until you either hit a second coin or your coin goes off the table, and then the other guy gets a try. You have to earn 6 coins. So basically you have to get 6 hits. If you miss on the first one, the other dude gets to go. And I've only had the other dude go twice, and the first time he swept me, second time he swept me. First time he messed up, and I got a chance to go again. But that was basically learning. That was the tutorial, gamble. But yeah, it's unintrusive. I don't mind it. I like it.
I kind of liked it. Like they forced you to do it for one of the missions, and I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna suck. Let's just get this over with. But I liked it. And I actually did it in a couple other towns, and I got like a charm out of one of them and stuff. So it behooves you to
it seems like the first time
it's skill based, and isn't just like random fucking luck, right?
Yeah. The first whenever you go to a gambling house, I think the first time you win, you just get double whatever the ante was. The second time you win, you get your ante back, and then you get a charm as well. So that's another way that they give charms out. There's a lot of charms. I've already got like a fucking list of charms. It's crazy. So yeah, they don't hold back. Like when they give you the ability to upgrade all your stuff pretty damn fast. Like my suit of armor is fully upgraded. My bows are fully upgraded. Like I'm only in like the second area. So they as long as you have the resources, they just let you go. They just let you go to town.
See, that's what I'm worried about. Is like I'm burning through this stuff pretty quick. I've got all my charm slots already unlocked. They're not upgraded to major charms yet, but even so, that's 6 slots that I've already opened up.
Yeah, and then you probably have like 18 charms at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff comes really fast. It comes really fast. The armor that I have is pretty interesting because it gives you bonuses if you're using the proper weapon compared to what your opponent is doing. So if he comes at me with sickles and I use the spear against him, it's basically a 2-shot stagger. So I get a bunch of bonus damage, bunch of bonus stagger, and it's interesting.
Sick.
The armors are kind of all over the place. There's like stealth armor, there's meleeing armor, there's the
archery ones,
archery. It's like all the armors are specific for what kind of play style you want to have for that particular moment. So that's really cool too.
And you can save loadouts too, or at least one loadout, which is nice.
I haven't done that yet, but I did see that there's one. I might have opened up another one. I don't even know. Maybe I have to go back and look, but yeah, it's great. I love it. It's fantastic. It's definitely going to be on my game of the year list. Yeah, as long as the excitement stays, I'm definitely going to beat this game and probably go back and try and get a platinum on it.
I dig it.
What else? What else are we playing, guys?
I can talk about the Marvel Cosmic Invasion demo, which
I
is
want to hear
that
about this.
that 2D beat 'em up. The demo only released on Steam,
Yeah,
unfortunately, so yeah, not on consoles.
pisses me off.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. But yeah, they've got all the characters that have been announced so far. I think unlocked. There's like 8 characters, I think, and you get to play as any of them. But it's a tag game, right? It's a tag beat 'em up. So you pick 2 characters. You got your point, and then you got your backup. But you can switch freely between the 2 at any point. And in fact, you're super encouraged to do so because a lot of what that game is tagging. That's where you're going to get the most damage. You're going to get the most spectacle, and probably the most fun because the rest of it is kind of bare bones by the numbers. It feels pretty good. It looks great. It's animated super well. Characters like Venom are like really cartoony, but like super highly detailed as well. It's pretty ridiculous. They look great. But the gameplay itself is like I said, very centered around the tag mechanic. There's a tag button, which is like RB or LB. I forget. I'm on a lever list, so but you hold that button and then you can hit one of the face buttons, and you'll do like either a launch attack or like a tackle, or like a regular melee or like a missile type attack. So you're doing that kind of constantly flipping back between the 2 different characters. You can't just stick with the one character, I guess. It would be super boring though, because there's not a lot that goes on besides your like 3 to 5 hit combo. There's you will kind of launch them up in the air, but there's not too much you can do afterwards. You're really encouraged to do that tag after they've been launched in the air. So I'm of 2 minds about it. It's not very deep mechanically, like compared to like a Streets of Rage or something.
It's very
or
pretty
like,
though, man.
yeah, it's very very pretty. But yeah, it's not super deep in the traditional sense. But yeah, if you like tag, games like versus games and shit, you might feel right at home with it. So
Nice.
but
It looks
yeah,
pretty good. Yeah.
mileage is going to vary, I think, for sure.
Yeah. How many characters are there?
So far 8 or 9 or something like that. But yeah, I think people that are very casual about the beat 'em up or fighting game, the genre are not going to get the most out of this game. I don't think they might get kind of bored with it unless they're tagging frequently.
Are there 8? There's 8 or 9 in the demo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yep. Yeah, because I'm just looking for like 20 something. Or
yeah,
something
there's
like
a
that.
ton that I'm seeing in just like screenshots and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just the tagging though? Is it just like you just hit a button and the other character comes in type thing to continue a combo, or
you can, yeah. So you can either just tap the button and you'll just flip between the different characters, or you can press and hold the button and then hit a face button to continue or something.
to do
like
the
that.
other? Okay.
Yeah. So if you're like Wolverine, you hit weak attack or your regular attack 3 times, and then you hit the RB and X or whatever, and then you'll tag in with the other character to finish the combo, like a cross Tekken kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Like
it
Double
looks like they
Dragon
come in right
Gaiden.
when you are, right where you are.
Double Dragon Gaiden has the tag too, but at least it makes it you can have fun and do juggle combos and everything with one character, and you just kind of tag in to make a combo longer or switch out for health or whatever reasons. So I can see that if you only have as one character like a basic combo and you don't have that much at your like disposal, I could see that kind of being like being a little bit of a hurdle for some.
Yeah, and that's traditionally how beat 'em ups go.
Yeah,
you've got a very limited moveset, but things have progressed. Things
well, I mean,
have,
look at Shredder's Revenge. Like they made that game, and that game's got a lot of not a lot, but you can do a lot of combos with those characters in that game.
Yep. Yeah,
and it's pretty. It's simply deep. I would say it's simple, but you can get deep with it.
Yep. And yeah, it's the same thing with this. You just got to like really make use of those
tags.
Those tags, yeah, and then find somebody that you synergize with, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Like I was having really good luck with
I'll have to try it out.
She-Hulk and Venom, of all of all characters.
Um,
So
it looks like plan date says 2025. So yeah,
yep,
Okay. Yeah. I'm still gonna get that. I think that's a buy regardless for me, just
yeah,
because of who it is. But I really hope they release the demo on console, though. I'd like to check it out.
yeah, just to yeah, give it a shot for
yeah.
sure.
Hopefully they will.
Some characters I think are much more developed than others. For example, Wolverine in particular has a shitload of attacks, and um, like his special attack is actually like a lunge where you like hop on the other character or the enemy, and then from there you can do different couple
Mm.
things like some like multi hits, or you can just kind of smack them away or some shit like that. But you can do that in the air as well. Whereas other characters, they might just have like 3 or 4 moves, and that's about it. Not nearly as well developed, I think.
Hmm.
Maybe they can change that between here and then.
Whenever it's out,
Yep.
yeah.
Here
Very
and
cool.
then. Yeah. Other than that, a little bit more of Hades. I'm probably about halfway through. I've unlocked like 5 out of the 6 weapons, I think, so far. So just slowly making progress on that. The game's still great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I played. I need to find like a bridge game. Between.
Are you that old?
Yes. No.
Okay.
I need to find a game to bridge from me finishing Death Stranding and
To Yotei.
getting to Yotei. And I was trying to find.
Just because you beat Death Stranding 2 with bridges doesn't mean that you need a bridge in your next game.
I see what you did there. I see what you did.
And you'd have to play Bridge Simulator.
Oof,
No.
God, no. I went into my backlog on Steam, my Metroidvania backlog, and I played 9 Years of Shadow.
Oh yeah.
And so for those that haven't heard of this game, it's a Metroidvania, and it feels very much like a Castlevania game. Like you're essentially going into a very large castle that you have to explore. And you take the role of Europa, and she wields a halberd, and the instead of doing like level ups and stuff like that, like you get different armor suits, and the armor suits are elemental based. So each armor suit, like each enemy also has a kind of an aura, and you can combat like it's a rock paper scissors for the armor too. So if you see someone who's red, you put on the water armor and you can do extra damage that way. And it kind of goes together with all of them. There's water, fire, and water, fire, and earth essentially. And then the fourth one is like the Zeus armor, which they kind of make lightning, but it doesn't real. It's not. It basically it has a different purpose later in the game. But the concept is that the world has been drained of color. So when you enter the game, you start out and everything's in black and white. And then you
So
get
you're right at home, right?
yes.
Okay.
And then you get a little little
Brings me
spirit
back.
teddy bear that basically lights the whole place up, and brings color back to the castle. But you're trying to find out what has put the curse upon the world that has made it black and white. So only the castle has color now that the bear is with you. So story is kind of throwaway overall, but the gameplay is very Castlevania. It feels very much like an IGA game.
I've never heard of this. I'm looking at it right now. I've never seen this before.
I've got a few that are just in my backlog that are more like indie. This was a Kickstarter game.
Mhm.
So one of the things that I was not so big on was when you're going to the final boss. The trip to the final boss it goes through this room that is really, really long because it's showing you like all the pictures and all of the extras that they gave to the Kickstarter people.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Oh
how in
man.
like, for instance, Bloodstained had certain areas in the game where it would show pictures, and those pictures were actually of people that kickstarted the game for
Yeah.
a certain level. This does that, but it's all in one area, and it's all going from like the main castle to the final boss. So you have to kind of scroll through all of that. But there's the map is relatively big. I 100% of the game in about 8.5 hours, so it's a pretty quick burn. But it feels really good. It's and the one problem that I personally had with it that most people won't care is that there's not a colorblind mode. Um, there's, as I said, there's a lot of outlines and stuff that you have to pay attention to. There's red, blue, yellow, and green, and to me, the yellow and the green look very similar. So it was hard to judge
Oh
sometimes.
man, that sucks.
But because of the nature of the game, the only time it really had an impact was when I had to flip a switch. If I flipped a switch while I was green and it didn't work, I just switched to yellow and flipped it anyway. So it didn't have a tremendous impact on the way things went. But there was there was a couple of times, including like one boss, where it posed a problem. But the game was very fun. The bosses were relatively easy overall. There was one or two that gave me some trouble. There's actually one that had a very interesting mechanic that uses the fire armor, because the fire armor essentially lets you float. But you have to continuously be you have to do something specific within the stage to continue that floating. You have to it basically launches you up. But each armor gets like a traversal power up. Let me see. There's let me see. The water, you can turn into a mermaid. And when you turn into a mermaid, you can actually swim up waterfalls. So that gives you like an entire new area that you can get to. And then they have with the earth armor gives you this ability to this I kind of equate to Metroid Morph Ball. There's like areas where you can go into the wall and navigate outside of the general map. And it very much, you're not a morph ball, but you're like this little thing, and you can plant bombs. So very much feels like the morph ball for Metroid. And then I mentioned the floatiness of the fire armor. So um, everything has like a little extra piece of traversal power up involved. And what I think is really great about this game is that you don't have to switch to the armor to take advantage of the traversal for
Awesome.
Oh, good.
So
Yeah.
here's what the one that really, and they do this on purpose too, because they have parts of the game that will get you it when you do like the morph ball thing, it like shoots you out, like it's super fast. And they'll have a section that'll shoot you out of the channel that you're in, and immediately you'll land in a waterfall. It's immediately switches you to the blue armor,
Yeah.
and then you can hit the button to turn into a mermaid and traverse upwards. So like all of that stuff happens automatically. Like there's poison rooms, and you need the earth armor to not get poisoned. And if you walk into a poison room, it automatically switches to the earth armor.
Very
So
cool.
a lot of these like very like important quality of life things that they did with the game. So yeah, I suggest it for anybody who's into Metroidvanias. It's on sale for $8 right now.
Oh
Until
shit!
for the
Because it's $70 physically on VGP. I just looked.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah. They're doing like a physical collector's edition or something for consoles, but digitally on Steam it's $8. And I think
Oh,
and that's because of the autumn sale. I know it's available on consoles as well. I don't know what the
I
price
think
is for
it's
consoles right now.
PS5 and Switch. I don't know if it's on Xbox.
Yeah. But the sale for Steam only lasts another 2 days. So hopefully
Really? Oh shit. That
Well,
was
I'm
yeah.
not about to break my 2,000 something day streak. So
Yeah.
That's right. But yeah, so that's kind of what I ended up doing. I was like, I looked at how many days I had between the end of Death Stranding and Yotei, and I'm like, that gives me maybe about 10 hours of gameplay or something like that. Knowing me,
Just
and
enough.
just enough. So I ended up
cool.
putting a bit of time in this, and was able to get 100%, and it was
Nice.
definitely worth my time. It was
That's
fun.
cool.
Good stuff. That's it for me though. Jeff, you have anything else?
Cool. Well, yeah, but still plugging away at Trails in the Sky. I'm still love that fucking game.
It looks
Um,
really good, dude. It's on
it's
my wish list
dude, I
now because of
think
you.
you would like it a
Yeah,
lot.
it looks super good. I'll
It's
probably get it eventually.
Yeah, it's my only, literally only complaint, and it's not a complaint. It's the only thing I would probably tell people is it is pretty slow moving because it is the first in the series, and they do a lot of kind of world building. And a lot of people I talk to that played it say that is the case. But the good part is when you get later in the game, that speeds up, and the subsequent um, editions and sequels and stuff, they don't do a lot of that world building because they assume like you already know a lot of the shit. So it's definitely one of those series where you should start, I guess, at the beginning, I guess. And it kind of makes sense because you start off as your two kids, your brother and sister by adoption. You're the daughter's actual daughter of this guy, and then he finds this injured boy who ends up basically being your brother, and you're being trained to be bracers, and bracers are basically the police of the the realm. So when you first become these junior bracers, you are doing kind of more mundane tasks, like finding a lost cat and stuff like that, and just like little like kind of um, like fetch quests and things like that. But it is ramping up for sure. I'm about like 25 hours or so in. But the combat system is what is just so good. It's like it's simple to understand but very deep, and they do some really cool shit that keeps every battle interesting and far from being repetitive. Each battle you get, it'll give like a random, not buff, like you know how like a lot of games will have like the turn order on like the left hand side or something like that.
Yeah.
This does that too, and either your characters or the enemies can sometimes have like a icon next to them. So normally when you're doing a magic spell, it takes at least 2 turns to use the magic. You use one to start it, then your next turn you'll cast it. But if you have like a blue wave looking thing on your icon, that character's icon, you can cast it right away. Enemies have the same thing, but you can steal those icons from the enemy by using different attacks on the enemy before they get to use their turn. So you're constantly doing this kind of thing of like when your abilities are going to be available, and then when you can steal it from the enemies, and then just do this like cool synergy type stuff. And there's still new. I just learned a new mechanic in like hour 23 that I was like, this is awesome. This is really cool. I like it. Doesn't throw everything at you at once, and like getting new mechanics 20 something hours into a game is awesome. I love that kind of shit. It's like, like this is something that's adds a new dopamine button, the release button to me, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the characters are great. The writing definitely gets better after that prologue area. There's still one character who's kind of a little bit annoying when she speaks, but not overly annoying. She doesn't like overstay her welcome. Just every once in a while, she'll throw a line out there in that typical like anime delivery that
Yeah.
happens in a lot of JRPGs.
Can you choose the Japanese voice track or?
That's a good question. I do not know. Possibly.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if that always helps though, because I tried doing that in Yakuza, like a Dragon to whatever that one was,
Sure.
and I felt that you can still get those inflections from even the Japanese voice, because the acting in it isn't bad. Like the English voiceover is fine in regards to the actual acting, and like it's just that overly like joyous and
Cutesy, yeah.
cutesy, exactly. Like, and I mean they're 16 years old, which is also kind of funny because there are some themes, especially with one of the more senior bracers who's like a well endowed, also still young, makes comments towards the male one every once in a while that you're kind of like, oh, okay. Guess it's kind of like a product of its time. I guess they probably didn't change the dialogue too much. Trying to get them to drink all the time, which is hilarious because they're succeed in the game. And it's just like, yeah, you guys are drinking with me tonight, because this one character is pretty much an alcoholic. She's funny.
Great.
Yeah. But no, I'm having a blast with it,
So
man.
you paired up. So a couple 16-year-olds are paired up with an alcoholic, some well-endowed guy, and a cutesy anime.
Girl.
Oh, girl. Okay.
Yeah. It's a female.
Oh,
yeah.
that kind of endowed. Okay. I thought you were talking about a dude, and he had like a big bulge or
first
something.
when you think of it, no. This is female. Sorry. Yeah, I should have prefaced with that. Very, very animated, well endowed female.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it's cool. It's starting to ramp up now. The story's really starting to take shape where shit's starting to go down. So I'm enjoying it. What else have I played? Oh, I tried out the Virtual Fighter Revo beta,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
which
how'd that go?
probably not a good weekend to have that come out. The weekend Yotei comes out, and there's a Call of Duty beta happening right now as well. But yeah, I like it. I have not played Virtual Fighter 5 in a long time. The last time I probably played it, Jason and I played it with like the marquee
Oh God.
years ago. I want to say it was on PS3 at the time because
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
yeah. And this is like a new version of it. Um, for me, there's like a huge jump in graphics because what I didn't know is that they already remastered it.
hmm
The RGG team did it, the Yakuza team. Like I guess Evolution. This is Revo, so I guess Revolution.
Yep.
So the difference in graphics to me was staggering. I was like, this does not look like how I remembered it at all. This looks like way better. And then I booted up because I have the 360 version. I'm backwards compatible, and I was like, oh wow, yeah, this is does not look even close to as good. But apparently there was a in between there. They did actually remaster it at some point. So
Yep.
but I like it.
And this is like the rollback net code one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what they're testing. It's this is the first time this is going to be on consoles too, because apparently Revo's been on PC for a while, but they're adding the new netcode and coming to consoles. So I did try it out. I played about 9 matches online and didn't seem to have any lag at all. As far as I know, it's set up pretty similar to the Street Fighter 6, whereas you pick your character first before you go into the training mode and wait
and stick with that character. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, you kind of have to change it outside of like the menus or whatever. But I was happy to say that the people I played against, I don't think they've played a Virtual Fighter before. And I was scared. I was like, because I haven't played in forever. And I was like, I know the most basic ass shit in Virtual Fighter. And I did okay. I did 9 battle fights. I think I lost 2. I even peed on a guy twice and made him rage quit. So that was fun. Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
I don't know if he rage quit per se. It does the whole thing where it's like best 2 out of 3, so you can rematch right away. And he was the only person. Yeah, he's the one person who, once the match ended, he just pieced out. But no, I think I ended up pre-ordering it because I'm like, it's only $30. I think it's free on PC if you already have the PC version. And I'm not sure. Yeah, I checked. It was 30 on PS5 as well because I want to check because I forget his name. Someone in our Discord, Katana something, he was saying that it should be cheaper if you already have it. And I'm like, well, I do have it. So I went and checked. I'm like, I maybe I had it on PS4 maybe, and I checked, and they did have the Evolution on there, but I didn't have that, and it was still $30 for Revo. So I don't know if you have that version. If the upgrade to Revo is cheaper, I don't know.
I don't know. Like it looks like it's retailing for $20 to me right now on Steam.
Makes sense.
But it's 30% off, so it's only like $14.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
Yeah, got to have that Canadian tax on there.
Yeah.
So that's coming out later on this year, so I'll get it. That's Virtual Fighter has always been a game I'm not going to get seriously into it. I'm not even too worried about it. I'll play online here and there. It's always been kind of like my single player fighting game for some reason. Back when I did play it a lot, because no one played it. Like none of my friends played it ever. The only time we'd play it is when they came over. And yeah, it was definitely not back then. It was all my friends were playing Tekken and then Soul Calibur, which I cannot blame them because those are definitely easier to access, especially back then.
Yeah,
they're more accessible than Virtual Fighter is.
Yeah, Virtual Fighter is not like super casual friendly.
No, it's not. It's very technical,
but it's and one of the most like deep 3D fighting games too. Like you just have to know how to access everything.
Yeah, you make one fuck up, and it's not mash friendly either. Like it's a lot of moves cancel out other moves, and by cancel I don't mean like combo into each other. I mean that move will stop happening. So it's like you really need to kind of know what you're doing. So I'm not going to go that crazy with it. But nope, I want to get through Trails, not in a rushing way. I fucking love that game. That's also definitely going to be in my Game of the Year list. This is like
nice. Wow.
My metaphor for this year. Not saying it's going to be as high as Metaphor. I just mean like this is like I'm really, really happy with this game. Surprise, I really like it. And I want to start Yotei hopefully by next weekend, which I think I will regardless. I think once I get to a certain point in Trails, I think I could juggle 2 games at the same time, especially because they're totally different styles. So I think I'll be okay.
Nice.
That is it.
Good stuff. All right. Do we want to talk about some news? Any other games?
It's not really any news. Well, there's one news thing. I have no other games to play. I'm playing. You guys playing anything?
No. That's
No?
it for me.
That's it for me too. Yeah.
Alrighty. So we'll get into the only news really worth talking about at this point. So Microsoft, they released a video on I don't even know the day. It might have been Tuesday, it might have been Wednesday. I don't know. Basically came out and said, "Hey guys, we've been listening to you, and we're answering. We're going to be adding all this value to Game Pass." So cool. I like value to my Game Pass. Is something I'm subbing with.
Cool.
Value
New
is
freebies, right?
Yes, I can get some new free shit. So let me pull up what you're getting. So right now, Game Pass is, I think it's 3 tiers. There's core, and then there's like essential or whatever, or core, yeah, and then there's ultimate. So
right?
Core is literally just online, pretty much. That's your Xbox Live, your standard, like whatever, basically. Essentials is a smaller version of Game Pass. You don't get all the games, and you don't get.
Oh no, Essential is the basic one, and then Premium, and then Ultimate.
Okay, gotcha. That's what they changed it to. Yes. Yep. Okay, gotcha. So the Premium one got you some Game Pass games, no day one releases. Ultimate got you the day one releases, PC Game Pass, both that, and there's some other perks and whatnot.
The EA plays this stuff, and
EA
Ubisoft Plus.
That too. Yeah. Well, not Ubisoft Plus. For the way it was before this, and even then, it's not even Plus technically. So now, if you are a Essentials person, they did add some games there. Great. So if you're paying the lower tier, you get some games from Game Pass on that. It's not like all of them, but there are some that you'll have access to.
Like 50, it looks like.
Yeah, this is around 50 or so. Premium, pretty much it's kind of around the same. But Ultimate, Ultimate, you get everything you had before. You get Ubisoft Plus Classics. So it's not even the full Ubisoft Plus, which is like their version of their Game Pass. So it's not like you're not getting the Ubisoft games day one like you would if you're subscribed to Ubisoft Plus. And you get Fortnite Crew Pass, which is I think it's like a $20 value or something like that, plus 1,000 V-Bucks for Fortnite.
Yeah.
So cool. I got into Fortnite for a little bit, so they're adding essentially $30 of value, I guess, if I keep playing Fortnite. Here's the rub: they increased the price of Game Pass Ultimate by $10 a month, so $30
by 50% across
50% across the well to Ultimate. I don't think the other two are the other two. Did they increase the prices for? I don't know. I'd have to look at that.
I think they did.
Yeah, because everything got raised. I think
everything got raised. Okay, everything got raised by 50. I was just paying attention, I guess, to Ultimate because that's the one I'm subscribed to. I think that's one most people are subscribed to. So here we are, where it now costs $360 a year for Game Pass, 500 Canadian for anyone paying attention. If you do a direct conversion with currency, but I actually don't think it works out to that. I think it's $33 here a month, so whatever that works out to.
Right.
So what do you guys think right away from this?
I mean, Xbox Game Pass was like the hot deal. It was like the best deal in gaming. We had frequently called it that, right? It is less so now. I think. The benefits that they're throwing in, is not worth it to me. Although I do get Fortnite Crew on occasion, I go back and forth on that. So that's not bad, I guess. But the $30 price tag is what I'm looking at as a monthly fee. That's really tough.
And I just realized something.
I'm paid up for like the next 6 months or something. But after that 6 months is up, man, I don't know. I don't know.
And
if
I
I'm gonna
just
keep doing it.
realized something else that adds more like kind of shadiness to this is I was like, well, most of the people who get Ultimate, they don't, maybe they don't necessarily want the Fortnite stuff. Like I got into it for a bit. If I was still playing it, I think yeah, okay, whatever. I would. That's actually good. I would. You want those because the crew pass gives you all the battle passes that come
Yep.
out for Fortnite, which is great. Um, but now I'm thinking a lot of the people that play Fortnite on Xbox probably have Game Pass Essential. They probably don't have Ultimate. So putting Fortnite in Ultimate is their like carrot on a stick to get those people to get into Ultimate to get some more money. And then for the people that have Ultimate already,
Mhm.
I guess their allure was the whole Ubisoft Plus thing, which again isn't Plus, it's Plus Classic, so it's the
Yeah.
older games. And there's another stipulation. Games will go to premium after a certain amount of time. So whether that's a year, 6 months, I don't know, except Call of Duty. Call of Duty is only in Game Pass Ultimate. So that's another thing that they're kind of
Oh, geez.
messing around with. And here's the thing. So this is what really grinds my gears. On paper, for me personally, Game Pass still makes sense. I buy more games. I play more games on Game Pass than I would normally I would normally buy. So it does make sense. Like I right now, if it is 500, that's 5 games because in Canada games are $100 each. So as long as if I'm playing 5 games that are on Game Pass, it's still worth it. My first instinct is I'm just not going to pay for a year at a time anymore because I'd usually like stack
Yeah.
months unless I get them on sale. Now I have no problem just going monthly. If there's a game that's coming out on Game Pass that I'm really going to really want, I'll get it for that month.
Yep.
And for me, it's more of a principle thing because this is what really pisses me off is Xbox right now is shitting the bed in every level of competition.
Yeah.
They've raised their console 3 fucking times in some markets, 2 in like 2 big markets. They've priced themselves out of the competition. Nobody's going to buy an Xbox this coming holiday. And if you do, it's because you already have other consoles. I don't know if you just have money to burn or something. I don't see why you would buy one when you can get the other ones for cheaper, technically. And we've the Game Pass thing isn't going to grow Game Pass. So you're not going to grow your market via hardware, and you're not going to grow your market via Game Pass. If anything, more people are going to cancel Game Pass and be like rush out to sign up for it.
They did. Like they crashed the site.
They crashed the site. Yeah, that's page on Xbox was down. So what does that mean? That means that their target to milk more money out of people are the people that are already paying for Ultimate. The people that have been supporting it for a long time. Like I haven't been a supporter of Game Pass since day one. It took for me to get the day one games. That's when I made the plunge. It's when they started putting their first party games day one. I'm like, now it's worth it. And they know that. That's why it's technically behind a paywall. For that main draw, you have to pay that extra money, regardless if you want Fortnite Crew or this Ubisoft Plus Classics thing. So on paper, yeah, it's for a gamer like myself, likely you guys too. If you guys like, we buy a lot of games. We are a consumer of video games. It's what we do. Chances are there's still going to be more than 5 games a year that I would buy anyway if Game Pass wasn't a thing. But I'm not going to have that as a running subscription anymore. And they're not going to know either by their wallet. And I'm not going to double dip anymore. That's for sure. Like I've bought in some games that come into Game Pass, including first party. I bought Claire Obscure, even though that was in Game Pass. I bought Indiana Jones, even though it was on Game Pass. Now that ain't going to happen anymore. And if I do buy it, it'll probably be on PlayStation, like I did with Doom. Like Dark Ages, I bought that physically on PlayStation. So they're going to get less money regardless. I think of this increase.
First, I want to correct myself. I apologize. Not all of them went up. Just Ultimate and PC Game Pass.
Okay.
So Ultimate went from 20 to 30. PC Game Pass went from 12 to 16.50 a month.
Okay.
So that's what I have. I got a message about that directly because they didn't highlight that in like the original article. They didn't
or
say
the
anything
video
about
that they put out,
yeah,
which
they
was
didn't even mention PC Game Pass.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't know that the price of PC Game Pass was going out until I got the email from them saying, "Hey, your subscription's going up." So that was a little shady. But Essential and Premium, which were formerly Core and Standard, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a different article right now.
Yeah.
They were 10 and 15 a month, and they still are.
Yeah, so
So
they're the ones that are
whatever.
Essential and Premium now.
Yeah,
They
yeah, yeah.
basically
So they're
changed the
Essential
name
and Premium.
again.
Gotcha.
So like it from okay, so my personal perspective on this is like Jeff, from your point of view, it almost feels like the right thing to do is to just back up from Ultimate and do Premium.
Yeah. But that doesn't do me any favors.
because I'm not getting day one stuff.
Yeah.
Is that
that's what I
Premium
wanted.
doesn't get day one stuff?
No.
Oh, okay.
Right.
It gets the games after.
Yeah, PC Game Pass still gets day one stuff.
Of course they do. They're fucking everyone who is on console, basically.
Yeah, it's like they don't want to do consoles anymore at all.
Oh, I don't think they do. I think they are. Now I would even doubt that they have much to do with another console after this. And if they do, I'm sticking to it's going to be a third party that's basically going to license the name. Because to me, it doesn't even seem like they want to grow it anywhere on console, because they're fucking all the console players and the ones that spent the most money. Like Essential and Premium didn't go up, but they're getting perks that if you were a core Game Pass subscriber, you're fucking happy about this, because now you're getting 50 games a month that you get when you never got that before.
And Premium is is getting 200. What did it get before?
I don't know. I don't know what the Premium one. I didn't really follow what the lower tiers had.
Yeah.
But Ultimate's okay, sure. Yeah, again, you're getting two things, and I see people be like, "Well, it's still more value." You can't attribute value to a price you don't want to pay, because that's not value to everybody. My value is day one games. That's the value I get from it. Them force feeding stuff I don't care about and raising the price is bullshit. Like I don't want to go somewhere and be like, I want that plate of spaghetti. I'll pay you the $15 I usually pay, and they say, well, it's actually $30 now. But why? What do I get? I'm going to give you more. I'm also going to give you a fucking fish sticks. I'm like, I don't want fish sticks. Well, and now it comes with fish sticks and it's $30, but I don't want that. But you really want the spaghetti though? I do. Well, then you're gonna have to pay the $30, and you can just throw out the fish sticks. It's like, what the fuck? Like, they should really have some kind of like piecemeal thing, like where it's like you can pick what you want to do. Someone put up a good mock-up where it was like, core Game Pass is whatever, $15 a month. Here are the additions you can add to it for whatever price. If it's like day one games, that's $10. That's fine. I expected like a $5 increase this year anyway, this fall. I just expected it to happen because it's been about a year since the last one, I think. So I'm like, it's going to happen with and they had a good year this year for Game Pass, so I totally can see it happening. Then they also announced that they lost $300 million in revenue from Call of Duty being on Game Pass. Well, no fucking shit, because a lot of people played Call of Duty on Game Pass. So you're not going to get that sales revenue. You can't just try to make that money up with something that should have been a fucking like foreseeable future. Like, come on. Anyway, I'm not happy, and I see people still being like, well, it's still a good value. I get that, and
it is.
And for
it's
me,
still
it is still a good value. For myself, if I buy those 5 games, it's just that out of principle, I can't just give them that money every month without the benefit of the doubt. Like I can't. Like, there's been some months where I do not play a game on Game Pass. Those months, I don't need to spend the money. If I'm buying a game somewhere else and playing a game somewhere else, I just will go month to month, and I'll just get them the months that I want to. Like this month, towards the end of the month, there's 2 great games coming out. There's Ninja Gaiden 4 and Outer Worlds 2. So that would be a month that I would buy it. Mm-hmm. But the month previous to that, I played Silk Song to kind of demo it, but then I bought it on Switch. I didn't need to have Game Pass in September.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like for me as a PC gamer for Game Pass, like I still buy all the games that I want to buy.
Yeah.
So all Game Pass has done for me is allow me to explore other things. So, it's like from the perspective of, let me see. Wait, what the hell? Why is Xbox tracking what I'm playing on Steam now?
Oh,
I don't want
because of
that.
their new did you download, because they have that whole new interface now with the, I think it's out now, like what's going to be on the ROG Ally thing,
Oh, the full screen
the full
experience or
screen
whatever.
thing where it's going to track all of your storefronts. I'm sure you can
Yeah.
pick and choose which ones you want it to do, but I think by
Okay.
default it'll be all of them.
Yeah, I need to turn that off. I certainly I don't want Xbox looking at what I'm doing in Steam and vice versa. Like, keep them separate. I'm fine with that. But yeah, it's like the games that I played recently on Game Pass are not games that I would have gone out and bought. And
Yeah, that's
if
yeah.
I play it like you did with Expedition 33, if I
Mhm.
played it on Game Pass and enjoyed it, I probably would I would probably go buy it.
Yeah.
Because if it ends up leaving Game Pass, I want to still have access to it.
Yeah,
That's just
the
the way
games
I
I really
think of it.
like, I'm gonna buy regardless if they're on Game Pass or
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
And I have played some games on Game Pass that I've enjoyed that I would not buy, but I don't need to play those games. Those are more of like in between games I really want. I'll be like, let's see what's
yeah,
on Game
yeah,
Pass, and I'll be like, let's try this. And some games I stick to, and some games I don't. I don't need that. I don't need to budget for I'm not gonna throw them $30 a month for something that isn't a guaranteed something I would like or anything. So
yeah.
yeah, it's
I'm
kind of a piss
canceling
off.
mine and I'm gonna do what you do. Like, if there's something that's coming on Game Pass and it makes sense for me to
Yeah,
get it, then I'll do it. But
like
yeah, I'm
full
gonna cancel mine.
full disclosure, I am paid up until like September of next year because I did stack cards like
Yeah.
before the last thing happened, and I remember I bought like a year and 6 months or something like that at the time. So I have it regardless to next September, but fucking Game Pass might be $50 a month then, so I can reevaluate it at that time. But people need to like kind of vote with their wallets in some degrees. Like it's,
Yeah. I think they are.
and I've
They
seen,
crashed the
well,
site.
I don't know, man, because like so many people like they, people talk and whether they stick to it and like walk the walk, I don't know. I think they will see an exodus for sure. Just whether
Yeah.
that will make it so they actually don't, they actually lose more money than they're gaining by the increase. That's whatever. It's just a piss off that they're doing it to people that have been there for a long time, that are the hardcore. They're like spitting in your face being like, here you go. You're the one thing. Like if it wasn't for Game Pass, I wouldn't even. I would not buy an Xbox no matter what, because there's no point. Like they're putting all their games on PlayStation. No Game Pass means I can
Yeah.
play Fable. I'm gonna be always be able to play Halo, the next Gears, the next whatever on PlayStation 6. I don't need an Xbox, but Game Pass made it worth it. That's there, and my back library. Like that's why I
Yeah.
wouldn't sell my Series X, because I want my library, right? Obviously. So yeah, it's kind of a shitter, but we'll see. I don't know. They last time this happened, they did kind of roll back on it, but I don't know if they will this time, because this time Nadella or Satya has his hands in all of this stuff, so I don't think he's gonna crack. It
Yeah.
happened
It's
with
a
the
shame.
Xbox One stuff, and that was too little, too late. So even if they do go back on this, it might be too little, too late.
It's tough, man. That
yeah,
this is a big jump. And games are more
50%,
expensive
man.
now. You know,
Yeah.
so it might even be a a better value for people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's a good point too. I mean, they're increasing it 10 bucks a month, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
And how many games do you buy a month? Like, all the games went up $10 essentially.
Yep.
So, well, not
Yeah,
all of them,
but
but yeah,
what's the
basically.
average person buy a year? Like average
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
2
No,
games a
I get
year,
it. I
maybe?
get it. We
Yeah.
are definitely the minority on like when it comes to games, right? Because we're buying new games all the time.
Or
Um,
yeah. If they come out next year and get a lot of, if their first party stuff is as strong as it was like this past year and a bit, and they add in get some good third party deals, then fuck yeah. Like if
I think the thing is, Jeff, though, I think a lot of it depends on what you talked about. Like, they're bringing stuff to PlayStation now. What is that going to look like a year from now? Right?
yeah.
Is like, because right now, Sony is they're leveraging their first party stuff by having it on PlayStation for 6 months or whatever before it comes
Mhm.
to anything else.
Yeah.
Is that going to continue to
Well,
be the case for Xbox, even when there's not a console associated with it? You know what I mean? So is it going to only be available on PC, for instance, if they don't make a new Xbox
Or
until
cloud.
whatever, or cloud?
Yeah.
So I think a lot of it has to do, a lot of what happens over the next X number of years until this next generation of consoles comes out is going to depend on what Microsoft decides to do with their day one games, if they're coming to PlayStation or not.
Yeah, I do think there will be another Xbox. Just I don't know if it'll be third party or not. Anything after that though, I think it's up in the air. Just because they have the partnership with AMD and all this stuff, and they'd basically be like going again, like I don't know, but and Forza Horizon 6 is only on Xbox and PC for probably like 6 months or so. That's another thing. If they were to be like, okay, our games will come to PlayStation, but there's at least a 6-month exclusivity window there. They'll get the people like me, like you guys, who want to play the Yoteis, the Halos, the Spider-Mans on day one. You don't want to wait. They're going to get those people. And that would be, okay, that adds, again, it's like, well, no, because no, that wouldn't really do it. That might get people to get into their ecosystem, but I don't think that would make a difference with Game Pass. Because the people from Essential or whatever can just upgrade to Ultimate, or they would have already done that by now when it was cheaper. Because the day one games are always a part of it. So
I really feel like if they're going to make another console, I would rather see them do a entertainment center PC, because there hasn't been like a like take what you're trying to do with the
ROG
Ally and put that on a console. Like do a console.
That's what I think they're gonna do.
Something that I can flip back and use Windows for whatever I need it to do, and it can do all the things that my PC can do, but I can just hook it up to a TV. Like if they do something like that, and it's like $800 or $900, like that's something I consider, because that's a PC now.
I mean, you can do that with the ROG.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the ROG Ally, you can, right? Because you can dock it, and it's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So and that's why I always put those separately, compared to like everyone's saying this is way too expensive for a console, and it's not a console. That's the whole point. It's a portable PC. So same thing with if they're going to move forward with another console, they're putting all this effort into what do they call it, like full screen, like the Windows, like
full screen experience or whatever.
So they're putting all this effort into trying to make that work, right?
Yeah.
Make that the foundation of your next console, right?
I would do a Lady Gaga bet that their next console is going to be that. It's just whether they make it in-house or not.
I'm going to make a bet that the next Xbox is going to be a PlayStation. Could you imagine if you could do Xbox game streaming on your PlayStation?
That would be, or if Game Pass was on PlayStation.
Yeah. Fucking A.
I don't think it's too far from the realm of reality,
right? My only fear of that, though, is what does Sony do with no competition for pricing?
Yeah, that is definitely a concern for sure. But maybe that brings Sega back. Okay, wishful thinking.
Oh, dude, let's do this. I want that. Do you know how? Oh, that'd be so serendipitous. Like it's like Microsoft goes out and Sega comes back in. Oh,
Dreamcast
2. It goes full circle. Anyway, that's my rant about the Game Pass.
No, I'm with you, dude. It is frustrating.
Yes, it is still good value for the most part, but it really makes you. It just pisses me off that that's how they treat their dedicated fan bases. They're not trying to grow outside of their market at all on consoles.
And in reality, they should have just made another tier that included the Ubisoft shit. Like, just do that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
or just raise it to $5. Like, people would have been pissed with the $5 or like $4, whatever.
I doubt they would have crashed the cancel site.
They wouldn't have crashed the cancel site. It's going up 50% is a lot. Raising anything by 50% is a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's pretty painful.
And then I think there's any other news.
So, by the way, since we were talking about Xbox and stacking codes, do you guys remember earlier this year when I was talking about the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate codes that I got from Whoop?
Yeah.
Okay. So I forgot all about that. Forgot
Whoa.
all about it. Because so for those that don't know this drama, let me get through it really quick. Last November, they had a special up on Woot. They had 3-month Xbox Game Pass Ultimates for like $10 or something like that.
It was super cheap, yeah.
Yeah, it was super cheap. It cost me $100 for a full year, essentially, of Game Pass Ultimate. So they sent me these codes. I put the codes in, and it said, this is an incorrect region.
Yep.
So I emailed them, and I was like, so this is what happened. They asked me for screenshots. I sent them that. They sent me four more codes. All of those codes said incorrect region as well. So that then they asked me for those screenshots, and honestly, I didn't get to it at that particular moment, and then just forgot. I am now very much regretting that, because circled back, I cleaned out my inbox the other day, and I got to that, and completely unrelated. Like, it just happened to be coincidentally at the same time that all the shit was happening.
Oh shit.
I saw the email from them, and I was like, oh fuck, I completely forgot about that. So literally summarized the entire thing, sent them another email, said, this is what's happening. I'm assuming, I would love to get new codes. But if that's not possible, I would just like a refund. I heard back from them today, and they refunded my money.
Okay.
So I got to give it to them for that, like, because this is shit that happened in last November, right?
Yeah.
And they just refunded me. It was $116 with tax and everything. So, good on them for that. But I was even more interested in getting my 12 months of Ultimate
now. Exactly. Yeah.
Of course.
But that didn't happen. So
that's unfortunate.
But yeah, so along the same discussion though, I'll probably end up canceling my PC Game Pass, and then whenever I see something that I want to play, I'll renew it for a month.
And every once in a while, maybe I'll be like, you know what? I don't have anything to play this month. Let me buy a month of Game Pass and try it, whatever. Like,
you can just kind of
it's not really a big deal. It's just the effort, and it's the effort. You just got to go to a thing and hit a button. I know, to like do not reoccur and whatever.
Yeah.
It's just the principle. It's just, they're such a shit face company right now. They are just like, Microsoft's always been a shit face company, but Xbox has always felt beside that.
Yeah, it's always felt separate until recently.
Up until the ABK acquisition, and then it's just been fucking downhill. Like, everything they've done is stepping on rakes, like, everywhere they go. And it seems like it's on purpose. That doesn't seem like they're accidental anymore.
Yep. I don't know, man.
And anyway, that's it. Unless you guys remember anything from this past week. I don't think much really happened besides that.
No, I think that was the big news. I think everything else is kind of secondary at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that might be a show.
EA did get privatized, but let's not get into that.
That's no, I am never buying a fucking EA game again.
Yeah.
Like,
I buy Mass Effect, probably.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you're going to get Charlie Kirk the game or something like that. That's what's going to happen.
God.
So,
that was weird.
But for those that don't know, it got bought by Saudi Arabia and fucking Jared Kushner. So EA is going to just be like they're trying to take over everything. They're trying to take over TikTok too now. So
yeah, they are.
Like it's all, God. Anyway,
that's a different family.
Different
TikTok.
Yeah, but it's still another like big, like,
there's a lot of politics involved that should not be.
They're trying to basically flood social media with this
propaganda,
this far right wing like bullshit that they're trying to peddle. So that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to get into that anymore. Sorry. Little bit
podcast
bias there, but that is our show.
Posting my pictures of butts on my social media.
Yes, please do.
Simpler time.
That is our show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please tell a few friends about us. And if you're on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and comment. I'd love to see us get to 1,000 at one point or another. We're like in the 700s right now, so help us out. And if we have interactivedistractions.com, will lead you to our Linktree. That will also lead you to our Discord and our Patreon if you want to support us on Patreon.
And our Patreon is not $30 a month.
It is not. It is $3. or one.
Or
There's a
one.
$1 tier. That's right. And we certainly appreciate all of our patrons. They help us out a lot and help us keep the lights on. So that's our show. So until next time, my name is Chris.
I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Play your games, and we'll talk to you next week.